A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome you all again to a class of English. And today we'll discuss about the poem The Ball. The poem Ball is written by John Berryman. First of all, we'll talk about the poet. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar, and he was born in Macalester. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of the 20th century and is considered a key figure in the confessional school of poetry. And his best known work is the Dream Songs. He was a scholar, a professor, as well as a poet. John Berryman is really best known for his work, The Dream Songs, and is an intentionally personal sequence of 385 poems. The poem by John Berryman is about losing something that you love and learning to grow up. It is all about a little boy who, for the first time in his young life, is learning that what it is like to experience grief at the loss of much beloved possession, his ball. The poet John Berryman, through his poem, The Ball poem, has described the reality of life in which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against miseries and sorrows of life. The poet is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. He was playing with his ball. The ball skipped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. The poet says that this sight of the boy's losing his favorite ball made him think about the boy and his reaction to the situation. He further says that the boy was helplessly looking into the water where the ball had gone. He was sad and was trembling with fear. He got so immersed in sorrow that he kept standing near the harbor for a long time and kept on looking for his ball. The poet says that he could console him that he may get new balls, or he could also give him some money to buy another ball. But he stops himself from doing so because he thinks that the money may bring a new ball but will not bring the memories and feelings attached to the lost ball. He further says that the time has come for the boy to learn about his responsibilities. Here, the poet wants to say that now the boy has grown up and now he will learn the toughest lesson of life, the lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life, that one day we will lose our loved ones and our lovely and loved things. So here the poet, through the symbol ball, conveys us about the sorrows and miseries of life. We know that one step of life we lose one thing or the other. There are many things that can be replaced by the money, that can be substituted by the money, but there are so many relations, so many things, so many situations that the money can never substitute. So when the poet saw the boy grief stricken just because of the loss of his lovely ball, one of his favorite ball, first he wanted to console him and wanted to give him the money to buy the new one, but at the same moment he realized that today the ball can be replaced by the new one, but if he would give him the money to replace the ball to buy the new one, then the boy, how would he learn the lesson that at one step or the other we can lose our favorite things, favorite relations. Then in this way the poet wanted to teach the boy an important lesson about the realities of life. So this poem, The Ball, it is connected to our life and advocates the ideas of harsh reality of life. In this poem, we know that the boy loses a ball. He considered it to be a part of him. He can't replace his feeling with the other ball or with the money. So the main idea of a poem is a poem's theme or what's about you like. And this poem really gives us a wonderful idea to face the hard situations of life. And in this way, the poet describes or tells us about a very beautiful message about the harsh realities of life. And the poet conveys very beautifully that the money is external. It can't buy back our love nor replace the things that we love, the things that really matter. In this poem, the boy's ball personifies his young days and happy innocence. In this world, people will take ball just as they will take away our innocence and forces us to grow up. So in the poem, when the boy lost the ball, he plunged in grief. He stood staring down the harbor where his ball was lost. The boy was affected profoundly by the loss of his ball because it had been with him for a long time. It was linked to the memories of the day when he played with it. So in this way, the poet conveys us a very beautiful message that how to face the realities of life, that money is external, it can't replace our happiness, our relationships. So now let's talk about the stanza 1 of the poem, and we'll see that what the poet says in the first stanza. The first stanza begins, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. Here in the first stanza, the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball escaped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river. So in the first stanza, the poet is talking about a boy whom he sees playing either in the street or in the playground, and he also witnessed that the boy lost his ball, and further he just put a question to himself that now what the boy will do after losing his ball, as a poet has seen the boy's ball going away from him, and he says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street, and this means that the ball has escaped from the boy's hand and it went into the street and later on fell into the river nearby. So now let's proceed to the second stanza. What the poet says, no use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking, grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down. All his young days into the harbor where his ball went, I wouldn't intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking, grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I wouldn't intrude on him. A chime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. Here in this chancha, the poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get him the another ball because he has other balls too. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor into the river with the ball. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water reminds him of. Here the poet says that the boy feels very sad as the ball which has gone now into the river, into the water, reminds him of those sweet memories of the times when he owned it for the first time. The loss is unbearable for him and he is grief stricken. The poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new ball won't bring him the sense of belongingness to the boy. And further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. So today, my dear students, we have discussed about the poet, the introduction of the poem, and about the two stanzas. And now I request all of you to go through this poem so that in the next class you have more better understanding about the poem, and rest of the poem we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.